powder, my old woolen trousers, some bread for the road. The call of the bugle, another refusal to wait for the snow. She knows that I'll grow slowly as a raindrop down a window pane. She knows that I'll hold her locket on a chain to keep the evil things away.
G'day folks, Mike and Jen from Distant Hills Touring. Jen's behind the camera, as per usual. Well, that's the way it seems to roll anyway. We're doing a day trip today. It's September holidays and we've ducked out to Lockyer National Park. It's about 1.5 hours from Brizzy. A little bit of four-wheel driving, nothing too serious, nothing that a high clearance four-wheel drive can deal with. A couple of cool lookouts. So yeah, stay tuned, join us on the road and come and enjoy the adventure. So this here is Lockyer National Park. We just cruised in this morning. It's got some interesting tracks. Nothing too difficult. You can do it in a high clearance, low range, four-wheel drive. We'll put some air out of the tyres. We haven't been here for quite a while. We did try to get in here a couple of weeks ago, but it was all closed, so not quite sure what the track's going to be like. But I'll knock a bit of air out of the tyres, drop it down to around 20 or something like that. The conditions here in the past have been quite rocky and shaly. So yeah, worthwhile dropping a bit of pressure out of the tyres. What's the smoke out, Bren?
Rolls.
Jam rolls. Is that any good?
Yeah.
How's yours, Tobes?
Yeah, good.
There's a number of ways that you can come into Lockyer National Park. We're just cruising off after having some morning tea. The way that we came in, or we have come in, is via Millers Road. It's a bit of an odd one because you actually drive past a correctional centre. So when you come to the T intersection, you'll see what I mean. Don't hang a right because you're going the wrong way. Hang a left, and it's a bit of an inconspicuous little track that almost looks like it goes nowhere, but it actually heads down into the national park. You'll cross a cattle grid and there's a nice little spot on the left where we stop for morning tea to air down your tyres and yeah, head off from there. So it looks like the track's all been very well graded, but we'll see how we go. Just the other thing while I think of it, there are a heck of a lot of side tracks heading off in all directions off the main road here, but if you jump on the National Parks website, it does actually say for you to stick to the main track, and there's a map there which describes which tracks you're allowed to stay on. Often wondered what these side tracks are. If you jump onto YouTube, there are a fair amount of footage out there of the side tracks, but yeah, today we're just sticking to the main tracks.
Driving through the mountains, rolling down my window, feel the warmth upon my skin. Summer's golden now.
Part of this Millers Road continues a fair distance within the national park, and it's never been a particularly challenging track. But since the rain, obviously, they've put a grader through it, and man alive, it's not a super highway, but you could get up two-wheel drive sedan up here. But it's still a pretty little drive. It sort of crisscrosses over a creek through here, and we just pulled over here. The kids are belt busted to go and have a bit of a walk up and down the creek. So yeah, we'll go and have a bit of a squiz at that. But yeah, so far it's pretty cruisy. There's not much four-wheel driving, no low range, Probably didn't even need to put my tyres down, but we'll see a bit further on the track. I reckon I'd struggle to grade some of the rocky, steep, shaly bits, so anyway, we'll see how we go.
It's a good life. Oh, it's a good life. It's a good life.
So I've told the boys that they could take their shoes off and have a bit of a walk in the water. I don't actually have spare clothes for them, and I'm just thinking, what do you reckon the chances are of us having wet boys in the car soon?
And wet car seats.
And wet car seats.
This divine communion between God and human. We walk back where the garden grows. It's a good life. It's a good life. It's a good life. Oh, it's a good life.
This is what happens when you're doing YouTubing on the road. See, there's cameras underneath Jen's legs. There's a tripod, GoPro cases, second camera. Everything is in around Jen, which is a bit hard, I reckon.
Right, you can come up now. That was tasty. Not really the game changer considering we can get through.
Well, this was a bit unexpected.
Bit of a tree, no chainsaw. But someone's hacked a bit of a track around the side. There's a couple of logs to get over, and we don't have very big tyres, but we'll see how we go.
Mine knows. Here's nothing. Could you turn the radio off? That's annoying. Right, stop.
Oh, that's a little bit tight.
Oh, what's on?
Second.
So we just ducked out of the national park for a moment, and this is the Gus Butyl lookout. I did have to look at the map because, as you know by now, who's been following our channel, we are hopeless at names. And this is the Cedar Block day use area. So I'll capture a bit of footage around here. It's got a pretty spectacular lookout. So we'll have grab a bite to eat and the cheese sangers. Boys are playing battleships in the sun, and yeah, beautiful lookout. Great spot to stop for lunch actually, and then we might have a bit of a look. There's not too far away, about a 5-minute drive from here, there's another day use area, and that is an area where there's a couple of walks as well. So there's one walk here, the Cedar Block circuit, and the other place has got a couple of interesting walks too, so might have a go over a bit of a look at that a bit later on after lunch.
Hit and sunk. You got my mini boat. I know that's just sad.
Going down. Funny, isn't it? We had these expectations of these big sandstone overhangs, but alas no. But it's still pretty cool. I think there's rock wallabies here. Did you read something
Yeah,
about
I
that?
did read something about that.
Mm.
I don't know. I was expecting it to be kind of like a lookout.
A lookout.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not what I was
I thought
expecting.
it was like an escarpment thing with the lookout. I don't know. Anyway, it's still pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. And we made it this far, and the boys are still talking, so it's all good. How was the walk, Bren?
Good.
Can you elaborate anything on that? Can you tell me more about the walk?
You saw a sandstone overhang.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 2 to be exact.
2 to be back. And what about you, Tobe? What did you enjoy?
Oh, I really loved walking through the rainforest and seeing the little waterfall.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool. What do you think, Mum?
All eyes are on you. And a mouthful of food.
So?
It was nice.
It was nice.
It was nice. Pleasant through the rainforest.
There are a few birds here and there.
It was nice and cool in there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Way better than being in the sun.
Mm. Alright, finish our afternoon tea and then go back through the bush, a little bit more forward driving, then head home.
Sounds good.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
So just finished up at Roversbourne National Park, heading home now, but we're ducking back through Lockyer National Park. I'm itchy as, because there are midges everywhere, let me tell you. They've eaten me alive. The boys put some Aerogard on, but I didn't. Anyway, fool me. So we're heading back towards Helidon now, And I think we're taking Woolers Road. It could be 17 Mile Road, but I'm pretty sure it's Woolers Road. Anyway, we have driven this road before. It does get a bit steep near the end and quite shaly. So we'll see what it's like. Again, presuming they put the grader through, everywhere else, but we'll find out as we travel down the track. So stay tuned. Grader got bogged.
Road didn't go much further after that. I'm gonna be in the car. I wanna be in the car.
What are you thinking?
I need to get a stick and check the depth. It looks like it'll be really soft. Like that.
Yeah, not that big.
Alright, Mike reckons this is drivable. He's tested it, so we'll see how it goes. We do have max tracks and a winch if we need it. I'm a little bit apprehensive because we are on our own, so we'll just have to see what happens. I think we're going to get sprayed with mud.
No cow. The solar is expensive. My snacks. Most people can't afford it. I afford it.
That was a little bit more than I expected. It was pretty muddy, but it's alright. We dropped the tail of the car pretty heavy and we don't have a rear bar, but I think it landed on the tow bar, so it's all good. Bit of excitement.
I could be your biggest disappointment. Disappointment, you don't want key. Do I make you unsure? So sweet, but maybe I'm a monster, imposter.
Well, when the air compressor sounds, that means we've finished all the fun tracks. It was a great day out. We enjoyed it. Lockyer National Park tick, done it before, but the mud puddle there at the end was a little bit more than I expected, but it was good fun. And some of those tracks out, we knew they were quite steep, but another good fun track to drive out. So come out to Lockyer National Park, well worth your trip. And yeah, thanks for coming along and enjoying the venture with us. And we'll see you later on down the track. So easy. Thanks, guys. Boot casualty. I can't believe I stepped in the mud. I thought I was going to lose my boot. That's how bad it was. But anyway, still on my foot. Mud everywhere. Anyway, good fun.